Hey guys, Tesla Talks here. Hope you guys can see this. The lighting in my garage is not that good, so you'll know in one of my previous videos, I took my 2026 Model Y Juniper in for a couple of things to the service center, and one of the things that wasn't resolved was this rattle in the back seat. The rear seat driver's side was rattling at different speeds, even low speeds, high speeds, just kind of a constant rattle. Probably 60 to 70% of the time. It wouldn't do it 100% of the time, but a lot of times it would. And it was one of those just nagging things. It wasn't just a creak or something every now and then. It was a constant rattle, so that'll drive you nuts as you're driving down the highway. And it's a shame, the car is so quiet that it's a shame to have to listen to that rattle. So it's something I really wanted to get resolved. I'm usually not super nitpicky on creaks and rattles, like I said, but this was somewhat of a constant one. So I took it in. They said that they adjusted the rear seat, whatever that means, and they supposedly fixed it. But of course, as soon as I drove it off the lot, I started hearing the same rattle. And I did not have enough time to turn around, drop it back off, hopefully get another loaner car, etc. I had to get back to work for some meetings. So I do have another service scheduled in a couple of weeks. As you guys know, that service is scheduled several weeks, if not months out. So I had, shortly after the first service visit, I scheduled another service visit, which was, like I said, 3 to 4 weeks out, I believe. But in the meantime, I got to doing some investigation, and I believe I have fixed this. I've drove this car probably 300 miles and have not heard the rattle since. So let me show you guys what I did in case it helps somebody. The rattle was coming from this area here in the rear seat driver's side. And so I had my wife drive the car, and I sat on the other side of the back seat. And when the rattle started, I would push on the seat and found that if I pushed it anywhere in this area, even on the bottom, if I held it, it would immediately stop. So that gave me a clue that this had to be something in this general vicinity. I was thinking it may have been a part loose in the gearbox here where the electronic seats go up and down. But it was not. So first thing, let me pop the seat. And guys, pop the rear seat, it is super easy. All you have to do is get your hand onto the bottom part of the seat here. I know it's dark, so I apologize. I'm doing the best I can here with the lighting setup I have. And you just pull up, and the seat will pop up. And then from there, just kind of jiggle it loose, and the seat will come out. You just got to be careful with the wires underneath. Obviously, there's some wires under there for the heated seats. You don't want to break those. So easily let this up. There's the wire I was talking about there. So just kind of let that sit there. And interestingly, you see these trim pieces that they stuck on here. This is not normal. This is not like this on the other side of the seat. This is what the technician tried to eliminate this rattle. You can see here. So, I mean, at least they tried something. You would think, being a technician, you'd be, get good at finding these rattles and whatnot. It wasn't too hard for me to find. It took me maybe 30 minutes. I did need some help from my wife, but like I said, it didn't take too long. So, after I took the seat off, I was actually able to replicate the rattle by kind of beating on the seat. You don't hear it now, of course, but I could replicate that rattle. Of course, the first thing you do to troubleshoot a problem is try to replicate the issue, right? So, I would hear it when I bang on this top part of the seat here, and I would beat on it, and I had my wife feel around here. And when she felt around this area in here, near where this bolt is, that rattle stopped. So, and there's nothing loose down there that I could see. Okay, I got the light situated here a little better. You should be able to see it better, but When I would beat on the seat, replicate the rattle, my wife put her hand down in this area, and when she did, the rattle stopped. So, like I said, there was nothing loose in here that you could see, right? So I did notice this screw right here, this bolt, was extremely tight. So I decided to, because it was in this general vicinity where the rattle was coming from, so I decided to back off this nut a bit, this bolt rather, and I re-tightened it. I didn't torque it as hard as it was before. I didn't think it needed it, but, you know, I didn't have torque specs, so I just torqued it to something that felt reasonable with a ratchet. And after that, I could not replicate the rattle by banging on the seat. Like I said, I drove it for probably 300 miles now, no rattle. So I was happy to fix that issue. And I hope I help somebody else out there that's having this rattle. If you are having the rattle, leave me a comment down below. Please like and subscribe. And let me know if this helps you.